Hello, my name is Eleanor Joseph. This is my name, this is my Z number, and this is my breadboard. Today's lab is lab 4. We're going to demonstrate these sequences in the breadboard. So for this lab, I use two chips. I use the CD4027 and I use the NAND gate 7400. So this is my clock. So I use the second chip. The first pin is X and the second one is clear. So this is my outputs, the LEDs. So this is X, Q2, Q1, Z, and then the clock. So I trace the clock from all the way to the pin to the LED so I don't get confused. So our first state through the sequences is the first column, which is in which we have the clear is high and the X is also high, but the clock is low. So we got Q1 is low, which means it's not lit up. Q2 is low, it's not lit up, and Z is high, which is this LED. So a check mark for the first column. We're gonna go to the second one. The second one, we have clear is high. Now we're gonna set the clock. So when we set the clock, this light is gonna lit up because this is the clock light, and then Q2 is not gonna change, Q1 also is not gonna change. So pretty much the only light that's gonna be lit up is it's the clock as it is now. So we're gonna go to the next state. So the next state, part of it is high, so clear is still high. Clear is high. Q2 is also Q2 is low, Q1 is low, and Z it remains the same pretty much. And then we're gonna set the clear to low. See what's gonna change. So once we set the clear to low in this interval here, nothing changes. So that's working. Now we're gonna set the clock to high. So when we set the clock to high, Q1 is gonna lit up, and Q1 is going to lit up, and Q2 is not gonna change. So that's Q2, Q1, but Z also is gonna be lit up. So yes, clock is high, Q1 is lit up. And the next state we're gonna go into is we're here. Next state we're gonna go to is the clock is low. So we'll lift our hands again. Now Q2 is high, Q1 is high. And now we're gonna go back again to when we set the clock. So again, once we set the clock, Q2 is gonna be high, Q1 is gonna be low. So we're gonna set the clock. There it is. And here we're gonna set the clock, and we're gonna set X to low. Set the clock, we're gonna set X to low. So once we do that, we're gonna have Q2 is gonna be high, Q1 is gonna be low, and then Z is gonna be high. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the next one, which is when we set the clock too low, once we set the clock too low, of course Q1 is gonna be low, Q2 is gonna be low, and then Z is the only one that's gonna be lit up. So that's what we got. And then we set the clock too high again. Set the clock too high again. The only thing that is lit up is of course the the Z and the clock. So 5 minutes has passed. It's gonna be the same thing over and over that we already did. So that concludes my lab 2. Thank you.